Chöd, literally meaning to cut through, is a profound spiritual practice rooted in the Prajñāpāramitā, the Mahayana teaching on the perfection of wisdom and the realization of emptiness. It was introduced to Tibet by the Indian master Padampa Sangye and widely propagated by his Tibetan disciple, the great female yogini Machig Labdrön. At its heart, Chod aims to cut through ego clinging, the root of all suffering, by confronting and transforming the mind's deepest fears and attachments. The practice involves powerful meditative rituals, often set in charnel grounds or other fear-inducing environments, where the practitioner visualizes offering their own body in a tantric feast to various guests, including Buddhas, dakinis, protectors, spirits, and beings of the six realms. This symbolic act of generosity undermines attachment to the body and helps sever the Four Māras, obstacles, particularly the grasping at self.
Practiced in several Tibetan Buddhist traditions, including Nyingma, Kagyu, and Yungdrung-bon, and is classified as Anu Yoga in the Nyingma and Anuttara Yoga Tantra in the Kagyu. Its rituals are rich in visualization, chant, melody, musical instruments, and physical enactment, engaging the whole of one's being in the spiritual path. The outer, inner, and ultimate aspects of Chöd are external, Chöd, practicing in terrifying places to directly encounter fear. Internal, Chöd, visualizing the offering of one's own body to deities and demons. Ultimate, Chöd, realizing the true nature of mind and cutting through the subtle ignorance of dualistic perception. As Jamgon Kongtrul wrote, the practice includes willingly accepting what is undesirable, throwing oneself into unpleasant circumstances, realizing that gods and demons are one's own mind, and ruthlessly severing self-centered arrogance. According to Machig Labdrön, devils are not external entities but anything, external or internal, that obstructs liberation. There is no greater devil, she said, than this present ego clinging. Advanced Chöd practice often centers on Vajra Yogini, especially in her fierce forms such as Troma Nakmo, wrathful black mother, as found in traditions like the Dujum Tersar. In these sadhanas, the practitioner transforms their consciousness into a Sambhogakaya emanation and offers their body as a Ganachakra, tantric feast, to the four guests, the three jewels, the beings of the six realms, spirits and demons, and karmic creditors. Chöd synthesizes key elements from multiple systems, including Phowa, transference of consciousness, Tonglen, sending and taking, Lojong, mind training, the illusory body, and Brahmavihara practices, all in the context of profound non-dual awareness. In its highest form, as practiced within the Dzogchen tradition, Chöd is a method to remain in Rigpa, primordial awareness free from fear, and to cut through even the finest strands of subtle ignorance. Today, Chöd continues to be practiced worldwide, preserved in various lineages and ritual forms, yet always pointing back to its essential goal, cutting through the root of suffering, the grasping at a solid, separate self. Long-nying Choling Monastery also preserves the lineage of gcod, which focuses on the pacification of suffering through the practice of severing the ego. This practice is based on the Prajñāpāramitā, or Perfection of Wisdom Sutras, which elucidate the concept of emptiness in Buddhist philosophy. It is one of the 8 chariots of transmission, which originated in Tibet from the Indian master Padampa Sangye and was transmitted to Machig Labdrön. In eastern Bhutan, practitioners have long followed the jewel garland of Chod, Tibinch, Dzogchen Rinchen Trengwa, a collection of Chod texts compiled by the third Karmapa, Rangjung Dorje, and arranged by Karma Chokme. The yogi lamas of this monastery were also Chod practitioners, and the melody that accompanies this practice is considered part of the tradition of the crazy Chod yogi, Dharma Sangye. The tradition was further strengthened when Lama Yogi Lama Sonam Drukthop visited the monastery and nearby areas, bestowing empowerment, transmission, and teachings on Chod. Other Chod practices preserved at the monastery include the Dudjum Tersar tradition's Chod practice of Troma Nakmo, the dakinis loud laughter Chod practice from the heart essence of the vast expanse, Longchen Nangtik, Sangwa Yeshe from Sasam Lingpa, and the Dzien Pareng Drol cycle from Dokyense Yeshe Dorje. Venger Lama Norbu Wangdi is also a master of Chöd practice. He initially received empowerments, teachings, and transmissions of all the aforementioned Chöd traditions and underwent rigorous and extensive Chöd retreats of Jewel of Garland and Troma Nakmo from the Dujom treasure. He has maintained the unique melodies and ritual traditions learned from various masters, including Dujom Rinpoche's students, Lama Gyalwang Nima, and many others. Particularly, this monastery holds the unique melodies of the Khandro Gegyang Chöd from the Long-nying Tik cycle, taught by Gyanak Lama, who was the chief priest of Sedapola, a famous governor of Trashigang district in eastern Bhutan. Under the guidance of Vendra Lama Norwang, there are also groups of lay female practitioners from around the monastery. This tradition has been carried on for many generations, not due to new trends, but because of its deep-rooted history. Female practitioners from the village, along with Gomchens, perform Chöd practices such as Tsokle Rinchen Trengwa, the jewel garland of Chöd, and Troma as extensive feast rituals on various occasions, such as on dakini days, as rituals for households in the village, and group practice during important auspicious days at the monastery. Additionally, they perform the dakini laughter Chöd as a night session practice, or to benefit sick people around the village. A couple of years ago, Khenpo Namchik Dorji taught another Chöd practice of Sangwa Yeshe from the Tsasum Lingpa lineage. This tradition was instituted, and now all the Sanghas have learned and performed this Chöd as well.